Good morning. This is Paula from the Giodone Library, and this is another edition of STEAM Stories. And today we're going to be talking about a spinning top. In Vietnam, children have contests with this spinning top called Quay, which means spinning top. And they try to see who can build a top and spin a top and keep it spinning for the longest. And so it's a really fun game that they do in Vietnam. I know we play with tops all the time. So today I'm going to show you how to make a top and explain the science behind a spinning top, which is actually very difficult. But first, let me read a book about toys. This book is called Too Many Toys, written and illustrated by David Shannon. And I'm reading this with permission from Scholastic. Too many toys. Spencer had too many toys. They covered the floor of his bedroom, piled up in his closet. They were stashed under his bed. They spilled down the stairs and into the living room. Look at all those toys. Can't even see Spencer, can you? He had big toys in the backyard and little toys in the bathtub. Sometimes Spencer played with nice, quiet wooden pull toys. Other times he played with noisy, crazy electronic toys. He had puzzles, board games, and talking books that fueled his mind, and loud, jumpy, frenzied video games that fried it. Spencer liked to make his toys into a parade that stretched from one corner of the house to the other and back again. There was an entire zoo of stuffed animals and a gigantic army of little action figures. He had a fleet of planes, trains, and toy boats, and a convoy of miniature trucks and cars. He also had lots and lots of musical instruments, art supplies, and alien spaceman weapons. Everyone gave toys to Spencer. Of course, his mom and dad did, but so did Grandma Bobo and Poppy and Granddaddy and Auntie Mim and Uncle Fred and Cousin Drew. They gave him toys for every holiday, even the 4th of July, and his birthday. He also got toys from all his friends on his birthday and on their birthdays too, when he went to their parties. He got toys at the drive-thrus with his kid burger and at school for having lots of peace person points, and at the dentist and at the doctor when he didn't squirm. That's a lot of toys. They were becoming a household hazard. Have you ever stepped on a Lego piece in your bare feet? Ouch! Or a jack? Well, it really hurts, especially if you weigh as much as Spencer's dad. You can also trip on things like railroad tracks and race cars if you're carrying a load of laundry. One day, Spencer's mom had it up to here with all the toys. "Spencer!" she yelled on her way upstairs. "You have too many toys." "That's impossible," thought Spencer. Then she said, "We're going to get rid of some of them." "That's a catastrophe." "Pick out which toys you don't want," she ordered, "and put them in this box." "But I love them all," cried Spencer. "All right," his mother said, "I'll help you." She picked up an alien space ninja. "How about this one? You haven't played with this in years." "But I was just about to." "Spencer," his mother said, It doesn't have a head. I'm making him a new one, Spencer replied. Fine, said Spencer's mother, but this can definitely go. She put down the alien and picked up a filthy one-eared bunny. Not Mr. Fluffers! Mom, how could you? This one, Bet, she said. That's Mr. Fluffer's best friend. This one? Mother, have you forgotten? Grandma Bobo gave me that on my 4th birthday, and I'll never be 4 again, ever. Oh, please, Spencer, said his mom, rolling her eyes. Don't be so dramatic. Okay, she said. You can keep that one, but I'm going to give away this pig and the Johnny Choo Choo. Tell you what, countered Spencer, I'll let you have the pig, but I get Johnny Choo Choo. What, are you a lawyer now? Asked Spencer's mother. You can keep Johnny Choo Choo, but the cow goes in the box too. Deal? How about 2 Ginchy Goomies instead, said Spencer, and I'll throw in a little peeper of your choice. How about all of them go into the box, or you don't watch TV for a week? Spencer decided it was in his best interest to agree. Deal? Finally, some toys in the box, sighed Spencer's mom. I had no idea that this would be so much work. She plopped down on the floor next to an egg-shaped pirate that bellowed, Arrgh, avast ye, scurvy dog! Here's another one that you can do without, she said. No problem, said Spencer. His mom nearly fell over. What? You're going to give it up just like that? Sure, Spencer said. That's Dad's. So Spencer and his mom went through every toy box and looked in every closet and under every bed until they had haggled and wrestled and argued over every toy in the entire house. Finally, they were finished. And his mom had a cup of hot tea and a rest. Then she went upstairs to begin loading the toys into the car. But instead of a nice, neat box of toys all ready to go, she saw a big, messy pile of toys all over the floor. Spencer, she screamed, what have you done? We have a deal. You were right, Mom, Spencer called from his bedroom. I do have too many toys, but we can't give away this box. It's the best toy ever. Just like a cat, huh? The best toy is the box. So we're going to talk about the toy that is a spinning top. And it is a kit that I'll have available for you. You come to Giodone and ask for one, and it'll have the top that you cut out, and then a bamboo skewer for the middle of the top, and a bead to go on the bottom that it spins on. And then you cut out the top. Let me get my pieces here. So here it is, cut out. Just cut out. And then see these lines? You're going to fold on those lines. So there it is. I folded all the lines. And then there are little tabs that say glue. So you fold it up together, glue the tabs. I just want to show you like the basic shape here. Fold it together, glue it, and you have what looks like a diamond. Then the skewer goes through the middle. Oh, I should show you that because when you cut it out, there's one line that you extend to, and then it has a round dot. So you want to make sure that's where the skewer is going to go to. And then there's one on this side too. And then the skewer goes into the middle, and then the bead goes on the end. And I have to say that it's best to use the hot glue because that glues it really fast, and then it stays pretty good. You could use other glue, but you'd have to hold it for a long time. And it's also a good idea to put some glue on this top one so that it doesn't move and stays in. And then you have this top. And let me show you. I need to pull the computer down a little bit so you can see the spinning top. And I am like bad about spinning it straight. There it goes. Oh, actually, that was pretty good. That lasted longer than when I was practicing. And then I also, you can decorate it. It's easier to decorate it once you folded it up. And then decorate it with lines, circles, and then when you spin it, you can watch it. And then this is the science behind the spinning top. It's, like I said, it's actually pretty difficult. It has a lot of physics and a lot of math. So I'm going to explain like a simple version of it. So when you spin a top, you're applying what is called potential stored energy. This is the stored energy. I should turn it down a little bit more. And then you're making it into kinetic energy. Whoops, I didn't do that very good. Which is the energy of motion. Now, as it spins, it rotates on an invisible axis. And the principle that is called conservation of angular momentum, which means that the top should spin forever if no external forces were working on it. So when you spin something, it should spin and spin and spin. But the reason why it does that is because there are external forces working on it. One of them is that no top is ever completely balanced or weighted perfectly. An example is, as I was folding this one and gluing it together, I folded as well as I could, glued, but I still have little mistakes. This is sticking out, it shouldn't be sticking out. So there are edges that are not exactly weighted and balanced right, and that's in every top. So there's that, and then there is what we're spinning it on. The surface that you're spinning it on is never perfect either. It has imperfections. And then the third thing is that friction and gravity come into play. Those are the three things of why your top doesn't spin forever. So then, when friction slows the top down, it does that. Topples over, gravity pulls it down, and this is a scientific principle called precession. So that's a kind of simple explanation of why your top spins. So I hope you enjoyed about the tops, the Vietnamese children who have contests of who can make a top that spins the longest. And you can get one of these kits to make your own top. Just come to Giodone. We can bring it out to the curb for you, or you can come in and get one. And thank you for joining me today. Next Monday, I will have a story time for you. Thank you.